Mr. Heavyweight Boxing Today.
Hey, what's up, man? This is Chris the Nightmare Ariola, and you're watching Mr. Boxing Today on YouTube.
Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? All right, man, so I'm on BoxingScene.com. Shouts out to Boxing Scene. I'll leave this article in the description box for you guys, and like always, you can click it, read it, and come to your own surmise. But Charles Martin motivated to win the title, fight Joshua again. Okay, that's what it says here. And Boxing Scene, they did they got some quotes from the manager of the former IBF champion, Mike Barraro. I believe that's how you pronounce his last name. But anyways, his manager says that he wants to match Martin against a top 15 contender in his next fight, and probably early in the fall. And we know Martin, he just came off a victory a few days ago. He beat, who did he fight? Michael Marone. He actually hit him with a very good uppercut to the body after he slipped a wide hook that Marone threw. Pretty nice punch, man, that he landed. But anyways, and then he picked up another victory earlier this year against Byron Poli. So I know a lot of you, especially UK fans, when you think of Charles Martin, you think of that disaster performance that he put up against Anthony Joshua. And, you know, to me, that just proved that Anthony Joshua was a better fighter than him on, you know, that night. And just like I always say, man, on the outside looking in, again, I'm not the one in the ring getting hit with these punches. It just looked like he could have put up a tougher challenge than that. You know what I mean? But fast forward all that. He had a rough year that year. He lost his title. He ended up getting shot in his forearm downtown Los Angeles. I remember I was doing a video about that. And, you know, he was kind of living how can I say, a non-fighter's lifestyle. I'm not critiquing him on how he lives his life. He's a grown-ass man. You know what I mean? He could do what he wants. But as far as when you think of professional fighters fighting at the very top, some of the videos he was posting on Instagram just didn't look like he was focusing on fighting, but he is focusing now, and that's why I like to put up a lot of his videos where he's training and taking it serious. I always say, man, if I can post the other shit he's doing, I can also post his positives, you know what I mean, as far as being in the gym. So, this is what his manager had to say. Let me go ahead and read what he had to say. Kind of got sidetracked with my opinion, but he says, I still believe that when Charles is at his best, he can beat anybody. And Charles now wants to prove that more than ever. If you know boxing, you know he's not taking these fights for the money. He's taking them because he wants to get back to 100%. Next fight out, when we fight a top 15 opponent, you'll see him just about there. And when it's there, he's unbeatable. Okay? He wants to prove that to everyone. That's his motivation. And he understands that he's going to have to win another belt to lure Joshua back for a rematch. That's all he cares about, winning another title so that he can fight Joshua again. Well, before we even get to Joshua, you want to win another title first. So as of right now, that means that you will, you know, try to get a fight with Deontay Wilder, which I think could happen. Not next. It's not nothing I'm clamoring for, but I'm just saying I believe the chances of that, as far as the business side goes, that's a possibility. You know what I mean? Again, I'm not clamoring for it. I'm just saying that I think both sides can get a deal done if they're to negotiate. All right. And then the other side of it, you have Joseph Parker. He is getting ready to fight Hughie Fury. So, you know, he would have to get through one of those guys to try to, you know, get a shot at Anthony Joshua as of right now. The funny thing about Parker is, if you guys remember, I did a video on this a while ago. A few people did a video about this, and there's articles out there, so it's not like it's underground news or anything. But when Martin had the title, he actually offered Parker the title. Well, they were kind of shopping around who he wanted to fight to get big money. And I believe they offered it to Parker and his team, but Charles Martin and his team said they didn't put up enough money. You know what I mean? And then, you know, we know he went to Eddie Hearn and he made a lot of money. I keep seeing different reports on how much money he made. I'm gonna just guess it's anywhere between $4 to $7 million that Martin got for that fight, did he receive for that fight. I don't know exactly the number, but I know it's somewhere in there. I keep seeing reports of 5 million, 6 million, 8 million, 7 million. So somewhere in there, 4 to 8. You know what I mean? So yeah, and I don't know how he spends his money, but yeah, of course, these 2 comeback fights, shit, he's probably in a position where he doesn't, I'm not going to say he doesn't need the money, right? We all can use some money. But I'm just saying that he's probably not in a rush, being that he just got that huge payday. Was that last year? Yeah, well, last year when he fought. You know what I mean? So he's getting these little wins under his belt, and I'm glad that they're gonna move on from these type of fights. I actually had this question when I did his post fight video to the Michael Marone. I was asking and just putting it out there, creating discussions with you guys about what did you guys think, and I was giving my opinion too about what he should do after that fight with Marone. Are they going to continue with the journeyman route, or are they going to try to fight somebody top 15? So his manager confirmed that it will be a top 15 type of opponent. And let me just pull up some rankings really quick. Fight News. Fight News don't really update their rankings like that, and I don't feel like going to each individual sanctioned body to look at their rankings. All right, so we'll just roll with Fight News. All right. Although I do know the WBO, the WBA did change their rankings yesterday, but some of these fighters are still in their rankings, and so let's just see here. Martin himself is rated by the IBF, and he is rated by, let's see here, the WBC. He's actually number 12 by the WBC, number 12 by the IBF. So they're saying a top 15 type of opponent. Let's just look at the WBC really quick, all right? Gerald Washington's number 15. Washington has a fight coming up July 29th with Jarrell Miller. Hey, somehow, some way that fight ends early. Maybe he can fight the winner. I know him and Gerald Washington are close friends. They spar. But you know what I mean? This is the heavyweight division. There's no friends. You know what I mean? When you're trying to be the best, there's no friends. You know what I mean? You could be friendly and be respectful, but there's no friends when you're trying to be the best in the same division. I'm sorry. You could be friends when you retire, man. Or when you're not trying to be the best at the same time in the same division. All right, but anyways, Gerald Washington, number 15. 14, Ajit Kabayel, a German prospect. He is the EBU title holder. That is a title that Pulev held, and he vacated. And I know Kabayel was going to fight Marius Wach. Then Wach pulled out the fight, and then Kabayel ended up fighting what's that guy he fought, man? Herb Hubo, I believe that guy's name is. But Ajit Kabayel, he's a young prospect, too. He's number 14. Eric Molina, number 13. I think that'd be a decent fight if he was to fight Eric Molina. Johan Duhaupas, number 11. I know Duhaupas coming back. There's actually a date for him on BoxRec. Derek Chisora, number 10. Wouldn't mind seeing that one. I know Derek Chisora has been training his ass off. I follow him on Instagram. Wouldn't mind seeing that fight. Derek Chisora fight. Dominic Brazil, number 9. Another good fight. Marius Wach, number 8. Carlos Taco, number 7. That'd be a good one. Andy Ruiz. Another good fight. I mean, there's good fights here. Dillian White. Kirbat Pulev, number 4. I doubt that'll happen. Pulev's waiting for this title shot. Luis Ortiz. I doubt that would happen, but if somehow that got made, although you guys heard the news, Ortiz is trying to get this Wilder fight, and Stavern's in the way, and then Ortiz has his WBA situations. A lot tied up for him, but if he needed a fight, he needed a dance partner, he wanted to fight somebody with a name, I think that'd be a good one. Klitschko, number 2, that's not going to happen. Stavern, number 1, that's not going to happen. WBC. All right, look at the IBF really quick. 15, Ajay Kabayel. He's also rated by the IBF and WBC. I already talked about him. Number 14, Otto Wallen. Wallen actually has a fight coming up. I seen on BoxRec. Forgot the guy he's fighting. But I know Wallen, he's a Swedish prospect. He has a fight coming up. He's undefeated. All right, 13, Povetkin. I'd like to see him fight Povetkin, if that could happen. Povetkin, 11, Marius Wach. Okay, he's rated. 10, Robert Helenius. That's another fight that wouldn't be bad, a Helenius type of fight. Demetrenko was number 9. Demetrenko just reignited his career with his victory over another Swedish prospect. Adrian Granat knocked him out quick. It was an upset victory. Although Demetrenko has the experience, but we just think of Granat as an up-and-coming prospect. He was one of the guys I had in my top 5 as far as prospects a year ago. Okay, so Dominic Brazil, number 8, again. Jarrell Miller, number 7, if he gets past Washington, wouldn't mind seeing it. Dillian White, number 6. Klitschko, not going to happen. Christian Hammer, wouldn't mind seeing that. Number 4 is Hammer. Number 3, Carlos Takam. Again, wouldn't mind seeing that. And number 2, Kirbet Pulev. So, and then, although he's not rated by the WBO, but another guy that's a top 15 opponent, Amir Mansour. Now, they updated the rankings of WBO, so I'm not sure exactly if he's still number 15. But Amir Mansour is number 15 by the WBO, I believe. Let me look it up really quick while I talk about Martin. But yeah, man, so, you know, if, you know, I believe if Martin fought Joshua 3 times, I think Joshua beats him every time. I just think Joshua's a better fighter than Charles Martin. I just think when the leather starts to fly, I think he's just a heavier puncher. I just think he's the better fighter all around. I'm not really gonna go too deep into. I just think he's just a better fighter all around. Technique, power. I think he has a better jab. I think he could take a harder punch than Charles Martin. You know, but hey, it'd be if he were to win, he would have to prove me wrong if he's fighting Joshua. But these other fights though make for interesting fights. All those guys I named, man, you know, he has a possibility of beating any of those guys. You know, he's still 6'5", still relatively young. Only lost 1 time. He just looked real bad in that defeat. You know, but he has shown some promise in different fights against lesser opposition. But he does have something to work with. Is he the perfect fighter? No. You know what I mean? But he still has something to work with. When you're 6'5", 250 pounds, southpaw, you got some skill there. You know what I mean? And you're working hard, taking it serious. You know, you got something to work with. You know, let me look up this WBO really quick for this Amir Mansour. Yep, they still have it at number 15. The WBO does. So, you guys let me know. Oh, also WBO has Zhili Zhang. He's a Olympian, and Zhang actually his career pretty much all his fights have been, I believe, mostly all of them have been over here in the U.S. He just fought. Who did Zhili Zhang just fight, man? Curtis Harper, the guy that fought Chris Arreola in that slugfest on PBC a few years ago. And he knocked Curtis Harper out quick. It was a quick finish. Was it quick? Did he knock him out quick? I know he stopped him, but anyways, man, you guys let me think about Charles Martin, about his comments about possibly, you know, or him trying to get back at Anthony Joshua. But largely, though, what do you think about him fighting a top 15 contender? What do you think a good matchup for him would be? You also got the other kid, Adam Klonowski, who just beat Arthur Spilka. He's not rated by anybody, but shit, that'd be a good fight. But they're saying somebody that's rated top 15, so let's just stay on par with what they're saying. So, you guys let me know what you think in the comment section. I'm out.